Good morning students, welcome to All4C Learning. Kinematics day 5, one dimensional motion. Students, yesterday we discussed about velocity and average velocity and related problems. Average velocity is defined as total displacement travelled by the body in total time. So, in next our topic is uniform velocity. We already discussed the concept of uniform velocity. Uniform velocity means if a body covers equal displacements in equal time intervals, then that body is said to be in uniform velocity. Okay. Lastly, we started discussing graphs related to uniform velocity. Yes. First graph is displacement time graph. Actually, if a body is in uniform velocity, this S bar can be written as V bar into T. So, if you write in magnitude form, this S is V into T. So, this is just like y equal to mx. It means if we draw a graph between displacement versus time, this displacement here s t time. So, this is like y equal to mx, this is like y equal to mx. So, graph is a straight line passing through origin, Here the slope theta, suppose this is theta, slope can be written as, slope is nothing but tan theta. The tan theta is given by velocity of the body. Tan theta given by the slope is given by velocity of the body. Suppose if they give 2 points, suppose this is time t1 and this is time t2, and the corresponding displacement, here some s1 displacement, here some s2 displacement. How to calculate this average velocity? This is nothing but a slope nothing but y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. y2, that is s2 minus s1 by here t2 minus t1. This is the slope, or it is a velocity of the body. So, this is displacement time graph. Slope gives the velocity of the particle if body moves with a uniform velocity. Next, our displacement S bar, that is nothing but change in position vector, that is r2 bar minus r1 bar. So, we can write S bar as S bar, that is equal to V bar into T. So, on substituting this, we can get r2 bar minus r1 bar, that is V bar into T, So, if you write r2 bar, that is r1 bar plus V1 bar into T. R2 bar is r1 bar plus V1 bar into T. So, I am considering some case 1, if R1 bar is positive, then our velocity position vector R2 can be written as R1 plus V1 into T. Here one more consideration is V1 bar is also positive or same direction, or you can write it as both are in same direction if R bar and V1 bar are in same direction. Then this R2 can be written as R1 bar plus V1 bar into R2 is R1 plus V1 into T. In such case, we can draw position time graph. Position time graph. Suppose this is position. This is position R. I mean R in the sense position. This is position. Position time graph is just like y is equal to some constant plus mx. Y is equal to some constant plus mx. So, graph is like this. This is the graph for position time graph. For suppose if particle is at origin of the coordinate system, if particle is for this you can consider general diagram. This is origin. Suppose this is x axis. This is origin. From here particle located at this point. This is R1. Here it moves in this direction. This is position vector and this is V1. So, in such case this graph is position vector position time graph is a line with a positive y intercept. In case this R1 is 0, that is our second case. Students, this is position time graph, position when position is positive. If position is 0, that is our second case, case 2, this R1 is equal to 0. If this happened, then R2 becomes, R2 is V1 into T. In this case, it is just like y equal to mx. In such case, this position time graph is just like displacement time graph, is just like displacement time graph. If particle starts from origin, this general diagram we can write it as, if this is origin, body moves suppose along x axis with some velocity v1, then this situation can be represented on graph like this. Okay. Similarly, if particle may lie on the negative side of the axis, negative side of the x axis, in such cases this R1 bar and V1 bar are in opposite direction. Opposite direction, then R1 bar is taken as negative, V1 bar is taken as positive. Students, generally velocity direction, body's velocity direction is taken as positive direction. Okay. So, this is R1 plus minus R1 bar plus V1 into T. In such cases, this is y equal to minus C plus mx, minus C plus mx. So, then this graph changes its form like this. It will be like this. In such cases, particle's position, particle starts from here, its position is negative, that is R1 is negative and particle moves along positive x direction. So, you may show here also, this is velocity of the particle, this is V1. In such cases, this is position R1 bar, velocity is like this, this is V1, this is origin. So, particle's position is negative, but velocity is positive. Similarly, we can draw 3 more graphs based on velocity. If we consider velocity as negative quantity and position as positive, negative or 0, we can draw 3 more graphs. Students, here I am considering this R1 as positive and V1 as negative. In such case, how to draw the graph? Here we are focusing only on the graphs present, we are focusing on graphs. So, this R1 is positive and V1 is negative. So, general situation is like this, particle's position is some positive. From here, particular particle moves like this with some velocity V bar or V1 bar. Okay. How to draw this graph? If you consider its position and velocity negative, position positive. So, R2 can be written as R1 minus V1 into t. R2 is nothing but R1 minus V1 into t. So, here graph is like y is equal to some constant minus mx. This is regarding graph. So, this is position, this is our position, and this is time. So, this position time graph is y equal to some constant minus mx. So, it is like this. It is like this. Next, if position R1 is 0, in that case, this is case 5, R1 is 0 and V1 is negative. R1 is 0 and V1 is negative. In such case, our position R2, that becomes minus V1 into t. If they asked in this way, then you can respond like this. Then it is like y equal to minus mx. For general representation, particle starts from horizon, starts at origin, moves along a negative x direction or negative position. So, this is velocity, some v1. So, in this case, you can draw graph like this. This is position and this is time. This position graph, position time graph, it is like this. This is position time graph. Here also slope, you can calculate tan theta. Tan theta, the tan theta gives V1. But this slope is a negative slope. This slope is negative slope. Here also slope is negative. This negative slope gives negative velocity. So, negative in the sense body moving in opposite direction. Opposite direction. That is, we assume one direction. If body moves opposite to that direction, then that velocity is taken as negative, right? Similarly, I can consider one case, that is velocity, that is our case 6. This R1 is negative, and V1 is also negative. In such case, particle moves in this direction from this position. This is some V1, this is R1, this is R1 and this is V1. Then R2 becomes, R2 is minus R1 minus V1 into t. So, then you will get a graph with a y equal to minus c minus mx. Then what is the nature of the graph? This is minus c minus mx. So, this graph is like this. This is position R and this is time. Students, here we discussed 6 graphs, 3 graphs related to positive velocity and 3 graphs related to negative velocity. All these 6 graphs are position time graphs. One graph related to displacement time graph. Our next graph is velocity time graph. Velocity time graph when body moving with a uniform velocity. Next, our next graph is velocity time graph when body moving with a uniform velocity. So, in this case, a velocity, uniform velocity in the sense if a body covers equal distances, displacements in equal time intervals. So, this velocity v bar, we can write it as s bar by t. So, this s bar is v bar into t. Particularly, this s is equal to vt. V is a constant. We know that this v is a constant. Here v is a constant. We don't know whether v is positive, negative or 0. Based on that, graph can be divided into three types. That is, if v is positive constant, that is our case 1, v is positive constant. Then how to write the velocity time graph? This velocity is constant, that is y equal to constant. Y equal to constant in the sense this is the graph, this is velocity and this is time. So, if this is What happened if V is 0? Then case 2. If V is equal to 0, then it means body will be at rest. Then this velocity time graph, this is just like y equal to 0. It's just like y equal to 0. So then it will be the graph. It will be the graph. Next, third case, case 3. What happen if V is negative? V is negative, then V equal to some minus of constant, minus constant. Then this velocity time graph is a negative constant. This is negative constant. Students, if they gave velocity time graph, from that velocity time graph, which quantity we can calculate from that velocity time graph? Suppose if they give velocity time graph like this, when body moving with some uniform velocity, that velocity is given like that. So by calculating area under the graph, that is this area gives displacement of that particular body in that particular interval. Suppose body travels from this point to some t1 to t2 interval. This is time axis. This is some v, then or v naught. Displacement of the body, that is s is equal to v into t, or from here you can calculate some v into t1, or here s is equal to v into t. Here t is in the sense v is nothing into t2 minus t1. This gives the displacement of the body. Okay. For suppose what happened if velocity is negative, then you will get negative area, then displacement will be negative. Suppose if we draw a graph like this, this is velocity and this is time, graph is like this, then what happened? You can also calculate here also, we can calculate the area. This is some v naught. Here s is v naught into t2 minus t1. Suppose this is t1 and this is t2 minus t1. This is negative. This displacement is negative, or negative area. Negative area gives negative displacement. This non-uniform velocity. If a body covers equal displacements in unequal time intervals, or unequal displacements in equal time intervals, then that body is said to be in non-uniform velocity. Okay, what is the definition? If a body covers equal displacements in unequal time intervals, or unequal displacements in equal time intervals, then that body is said to be in non-uniform velocity. Students, here the situation can be understood in 3 stages. First stage is equal displacements in unequal time intervals. So to understand the situation, first body should cover equal displacements in unequal time intervals. That is, if a body takes a displacement some s1 or s displacement in time interval delta t or delta t1. Same equal displacement is a vector quantity. So equal displacement in the sense same in both magnitude and direction. same in both magnitude and direction. So, this is S bar, this S bar is taken place in delta t1 time interval. Similarly, next same S bar displacement taken place in delta 2 time interval. Time intervals are different. Then we can say that body is in non-uniform velocity. From this line we can draw a diagram like this. S bar delta t1 time, S bar in delta t2 time. Similarly, S bar same magnitude and the same direction, but the time intervals are different. Then body is said to be in non-uniform velocity. So, I am calling this as example 1. Next, our example 2. What is the second definition? Unequal displacements in equal time intervals. Displacement is a vector quantity. Unequal displacements means this body may differ in magnitude or direction. If you consider, why? Because displacement is a vector quantity. So, if you consider that particular magnitude and direction, we can get two examples. First example is body covers some S1 bar displacement in T1 time interval and S2 bar displacement in T2 time interval, S3 bar displacement in T3 time interval. Here I am considering vectors of equal magnitude but directions are different. Here I am considering vectors of equal magnitude. This length is approximately same as this length and it is approximately same as this length. So, here magnitude is same but direction is different, even though we have to say this type of motion as a non-uniform velocity. Body moving with a non-uniform velocity. In this case, this S1 bar by T1 is not equal to S2 bar by T2 is not equal to S3 bar by T3. Maybe mod S1 bar by T1 is equal to S2 bar mod by T2 is equal to S3 bar mod by T3, or may not be equal to this case. May be equal or may not be equal. We don't bother about this point. We should consider the direction. Based on this direction, we are saying that body moving with non-uniform velocity. We are saying that body moving with non-uniform velocity. What is our third example? Example 3. In this example, I am considering unequal displacements in equal time intervals. That is, here I am considering same direction. That is, body covers S1 displacement, S1 bar displacement in T1. In the same direction, body covers some S2 bar displacement, S2 bar displacement in T2 time interval, and S3 bar displacement in T3 time interval. Then this body is said to be in non-uniform, moving with a non-uniform velocity. Why? Because this length is smaller, larger, and this length is smaller, and it is again larger. So, body's displacement is different for different time intervals. So, in this case, this S1 bar by T1 is not equal to S2 bar by T2 is not equal to S3 bar by T3. Then body is said to be moving with non-uniform velocity. Now, I am moving to graphs related to non-uniform velocity. Students, non-uniform velocity in the sense body's velocity changing. We already know that in case of displacement time graph, slope of the graph gives velocity of the body. As the velocity changes, slope of the graph also changes. So, you can draw any graph for displacement time which is not a straight line, that is a non-uniform velocity graph. That is a non-uniform velocity graph. So, I can't show you a particular graph related to displacement time. There are so many graphs, all those graphs related to non-uniform velocity. I am giving one example, that is body's slope may be changing. This may be non-uniformity. This is the displacement time graph. Here the slope of the graph changes from point to point. So, it may be one of the non-uniform velocity of the body. That is, here the slope is, it maintains a particular slope here, and here slope is almost 0, and here slope changes like this, and here slope increases from here to here, and again it gradually decreases. Like this slope changes. So, this may be displacement time graph. Similarly, how to draw velocity time graph? There are so many graphs related to velocity and time. There are so many graphs related to velocity and time. So, which is not parallel to this velocity axis. It may be like this, or it may be like this, or it may be like this. There are so many possibilities are there. So, of all those we can note one point: slope of displacement versus time graph gives velocity at that point, velocity at that point. Next, area, this is non-uniformity. We do not know how it changes. It may be like this. Here area under velocity time versus time graph gives displacement of the body moving with the non-uniform velocity. Students, these are two important points. Actually, I do not know how to draw the graphs for non-uniform velocity. Why? Because this non-uniformity changes. Okay, now, or this I do not know how it related with the time. So, that is why I am not drawing any specific graph. I am drawing two rough diagrams. It may be like this, or may be like this, it may be in some another way. So, I can say one thing, that is slope of this displacement time graph gives velocity at that particular point. If you draw a slope like here, that gives velocity at this point. If you draw a slope like here, like this, that gives velocity at that particular point. Similarly, area under displacement velocity time graph gives, if you can calculate area under this graph, that gives displacement of the body in that particular interval. Okay. Students, our next topic is instantaneous velocity. What is instantaneous velocity? Velocity of the body at a particular instant, that is known as instantaneous velocity of the body. So, next, instantaneous velocity. Our next definition is instantaneous velocity. Instantaneous velocity in the sense, velocity of the body at a particular instant. How to represent an instant? Instant is represented here like this. So, V instantaneous can be written as Vin bar is a vector quantity. So, this can be written as instantaneous velocity limit delta t tends to 0, this delta s bar by delta t, this is known as instantaneous velocity. Instant in the sense, this delta t tends to 0. When this delta t tends to 0, this gives the instantaneous velocity. So, it is also displacement. So, displacement in this small interval of time, that gives instantaneous velocity. It can also be written as ds bar by dt, This is instantaneous velocity. You can write its magnitude as V instantaneous is simply ds by dt. There are so many problems related to this formula. They are very important for mains and advanced exams. So, this is V instantaneous, that is ds by dt. So, on taking dt to the left side, this ds can be written as ds is V instantaneous into dt. On integrating both sides, integral ds, that is V instantaneous into dt from time interval from t1 to t2. So, here integral ds is nothing but s. ds is a small displacement, sum of small displacements that gives total displacement. Sum of small displacements gives total displacement. So, this is displacement of the body. So, this displacement is integral ds. Integral ds is nothing but V instantaneous into dt. So, this is integral V instantaneous into dt, this t changing from t1 to t2. It is very important to calculate the displacement. We already know that displacement is nothing but change in position. So, this displacement s or s bar, you can write it as a bar in vector form. So, this s bar is nothing but r2 bar minus r1 bar. This r2 bar minus r1 bar is s bar. On substituting here, you can get r2 bar, that is r2 bar minus r1 bar, that is integral ds bar, that is integral V instantaneous into dt changing from t1 to t2. So, if you want to calculate r2 bar, this r2 bar is given by integral V instantaneous, this r2 bar is r1 bar plus integral V instantaneous into dt into t1 to t2. This is one important formula to calculate the position of the particle if they give velocity. How to draw graphs related to instantaneous velocity? If I draw a graph between displacement and time, suppose this is a graph between displacement and time. This is a displacement time graph. Suppose if I have a graph like this, then slope of the graph at a particular time, that is, suppose this is some delta t time interval, this is time axis, this interval is delta t, this corresponding slope is some delta s. So, it is a graph, it has variable slope. Variable slope gives velocity. Variable slope means velocity is different at different instants. So, I am calculating slope for this small particular interval, some a to b. Slope is given by delta s by delta t. This is slope. This gives velocity at this interval. Actually, it is a curvy line. So, I can apply limits for this velocity. So, that is limit delta t tends to 0. This interval is smaller, even smaller, then you will reach a point. That point's slope gives the instantaneous velocity. So, this is nothing but V instantaneous is nothing but ds by dt. By taking derivative of displacement, you will get instantaneous velocity. Suppose if they give velocity time graph. How to calculate velocity time graph? Suppose this is some velocity time graph. So, velocity at this interval gives instantaneous velocity. If you can calculate velocity at a particular time, that gives instantaneous velocity. This is V instantaneous. This gives instantaneous velocity. These are the graphs related to instantaneous velocity. Students, now we will solve some problems related to uniform velocity, non-uniform velocity, instantaneous velocity. Students, here I have 3 graphs related to displacement time, velocity time. First graph is this displacement time graph for 2 particles P and Q are shown in figure. They are asking find the velocity of particle P to velocity of particle Q. They are asking the question find velocity of particle P to velocity of particle Q. What is the velocity between these two? Ratio of velocity between these two. Actually, we know that displacement time graph, slope of the displacement time graph gives the velocity. So, they say here slope of velocity of P. Velocity of P is nothing but slope of this line OP, that is given by tan 60. So, Vp is nothing but tan 60 by, similarly Vq. What is the velocity of particle Q? Here it is displacement, note down, it is important, this is not distance, this is displacement. So, velocity of particle P is tan 60, velocity of particle Q, that is tan 30. So, on dividing these two, Vp by Vq, that is equal to tan 60 root 3 tan 30 1 by root 3, this will be 3. This is Vp by Vq. Next our graph is displacement time graph. Here displacement time graph is a straight line. So, this displacement time graph gives the slope. So, here they are asking describe the motion of the body. Describe the motion of the body. This is the question. Actually, this body starts with a uniform velocity. Why? Because displacement time graph is a straight line passing through horizon. So, we already discussed at this point. So, it is a body moving with a uniform velocity. After that, after a particular time, its displacement does not change. So, it means that body will be at rest. So, body moving with a uniform velocity and it comes to rest. So, answer is body moves with a uniform velocity and comes to rest. This is the motion. So, it is a simple question, even though you can understand how to draw the graph or how the body is moving, all these points from this graph. Students, in this question they are asking draw the velocity time graph. From this displacement time graph we have to draw velocity time graph. So, here is the question, draw the velocity versus time graph. So, to draw the velocity time graph, take velocity on y-axis, time on x-axis. Suppose this is A to B. A to B velocity is constant. I don't know the slope, I don't know the velocity here. Suppose I am calling this displacement as some 10 meters or 100 meters. If this is 100 meters, this is 100 meters. What is the slope of this line? So, slope is given by slope of AB line AB line, that is velocity in the interval A to B, that is 100 by 5, that is 20 meter per second. This slope is positive slope. This slope is positive. So, this velocity is a positive and it remains constant for 5 seconds. For 5 seconds. This velocity is 20 meter per second. After that, its displacement does not change. Displacement does not change means body will be at rest. So, body will be at rest for 5 seconds, that is time here is 10 seconds. After that, body comes to rest. Next, here the slope is negative. Now calculate the slope. This is some C and this is D. Slope of, again I am calculating slope of CD line. CD line, here slope gives velocity in the interval CD. That velocity is y2 minus y1, this is 100, x2 minus x1, that is 5, again 100 by 5, or you can change the graph. This is again 20 meter per second. So, here the slope is negative, in the sense velocity is negative. So, you have to show here after 10 to 15 seconds, suppose this is 15 seconds, here to here velocity is negative. So, this is minus 20 meter per second. This is the actual graph. Okay. So, this is the graph. This is the velocity time graph. Okay students, practice all these questions and the concepts, then you will get good knowledge on velocity. Thank you.